Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca and today we're doing something a little bit different that I am super excited for. I have had this mandalas color me puzzle for actual years now, and not that long ago we had a snowstorm, so I had a day completely free with nothing to do, nowhere to go, and I decided to finally break out this puzzle. So the idea is that you get a completely black and white puzzle, and it has this mandala design on it, and then you get to color it in once you put it together, which I thought was such a cool idea and just never had the time to do previously. I believe I got this puzzle at Five Below, but like I said, it was several years ago, so I'm not sure if it's still available there or not. You might be able to find it online, or maybe there are like a million of these out there and I just am totally unaware of it. This took me a long time to put together. This was super difficult with all the pieces being black and white. So I have spared you a lot of the putting together footage. I think in total it took me 6 hours just to do the puzzle itself. And of course I had a bit of help from the cats and from my boyfriend occasionally, but it was mainly just me putting together this entire thing. So yeah, pretty proud of myself for doing it in one day. Actually, I was like really determined, and it's truly a beautiful design, like before it's colored. And here's the last piece being put in. Super exciting. Like, look at this design. Very, very nice. You could totally just leave it like this if you're not into coloring, and this is wonderful. I did not do that. I decided to color the entire thing in, and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to put together in the future if I want to put it together again. I thought about like gluing it and framing it, but I really don't have the space to display it right now, so yeah, it went back in the box at the end. But I had a lot of fun doing the coloring, actually. So I just used my Crayola Super Tips markers, and obviously Opal is here trying to give her 2 cents as to where I should put everything. And I kind of tried to stick with a color theme for each one of the mandalas, so this was kind of more of a pinkish purple, green a little bit in there. And then other ones I stuck with warmer colors or just blues, purples, things like that. I think each like circle design took me about 20 to 30 minutes to color in, depending on the shapes. Like this one was a little more simple, so I think this took less time, but the larger ones definitely took me like 20 minutes or so. Also, this was the only marker I used that wasn't a Crayola Super Tips, and it was way more difficult to use the like brush nib rather than like the Crayola, I don't know, are they like a pointed nib? I never know how to explain them, but this was like full on a brush. It's more so meant for like watercolor style works, so this pen did not work very well on this. The Crayola Super Tips were fantastic. I didn't notice any like smearing or smudging. They dried really nice. I probably should have sealed it at the end, but I did not do that. But maybe in the future when I put it together, I will add like a matte spray to really seal everything in and just make sure that the colors aren't going to run if they get touched. But I really didn't have any issues with that. Like, as you can see, I really like just stick my hand on top of where I've colored previously, and that could have been a disaster. I am curious if any of you have ever colored a puzzle before. I remember in elementary school we would have pen pals, a different like pen pal every year, and then we would go on like 2 field trips and meet up with them. And one of the things that we did to exchange with our pen pal was we were given, it was probably like, I don't know, 5 inches by 7 inch size little miniature puzzle, and it was just completely white, and we got to color on it with like Crayola markers and make a puzzle to send to our pen pal. And I vaguely remember just drawing like underwater, like seaweed and clownfish. I was probably like 9 years old. I wish I had a picture of that somewhere, but I don't think I do. But let me know if you guys ever had to do that before, or if I'm just having this weird memory. And look at how cute Opal was sitting with me while I was coloring this puzzle. I just had to have a moment with the little kitty. She is so precious. She gets into absolutely everything, but she loves to help and watch and sit with you, and I just love that so much. I do briefly want to talk about my video schedule. I am going to try to post 2 videos per month, like every other week kind of style. I obviously will be posting my bullet journal video, and then I want to do more fun stuff like this where I just try things out, find a cool project to work on, and just like share it with you guys. And if I have other video ideas in between, I really want to do that too. Like I also am going to be doing my Etsy vlogs once per month, so I guess it ends up being like 3 solid videos per month. But I'm trying to think of ideas of things to do that are a little bit different. I want to do a video that's like the reverse coloring book. This is kind of, you know, classic coloring, but the reverse style is like a watercolor splotch, and then you kind of draw in the lines to make it into a shape. I've seen quite a few people do that though, so I don't know if you guys would really be interested. Let me know if you want me to do a video on that, and if I should get the proper book or just kind of wing it with my own stuff. I guess what I'm saying is overall I want to know what you guys are interested in seeing and what would be fun to do. Like I've considered signing up for like Art Snack's subscription box, or the I think it's called Sketchbox, one of those, to do not just to get the monthly supplies, but to share with you guys what supplies are available, and you know, get to kind of review the supplies that are in there and kind of compare the boxes maybe. So let me know if that's something you would like to see, or if you feel like that's been kind of overdone. Right now I'm just kind of playing around and seeing what's fun. Now you can see the puzzle is almost fully colored, and I'm really happy with it. I guess let me know which colors you would have chosen. Like, would you have stayed with all one color palette for the entire thing? Because I kind of wanted a little bit of contrast between the different mandalas and the little background bits. I didn't want them to all blend together. But would you have chosen to do all like blues and purples, or all warmer tones? Or I think the green ones are actually my favorite. I almost wish I had done a 3rd green, like specific one in the corner instead of the blue. And this last one I just ended up doing a rainbow because why not? Everywhere else got a specific color, but this one got a little rainbow action. And I think I had to switch over to a different marker because at this point I had actually dried up several of the Crayola Super Tips markers in this process. They are pretty old, so they were like on their way out anyways, but I like truly like used up the last of a few of these markers in this process. It was a lot of coloring. I think it was a 16 by 20 inch puzzle, so that is quite a bit of, you know, a canvas to cover. And here's kind of a final close-up look. You can see a few pieces that my cat bit, which was very upsetting, but you know what, it kind of blends in now that it's colored. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. It took a lot longer than I expected it would, but I think it was totally worth it in the end to have this like beautiful customized puzzle, and I just am very happy with it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!